Hello, seniors. To be able to walk with confidence into retirement, you should have made adequate plans for your financial needs. Let's be serious. Finance is very important. The major areas that you would need money for as a retiree are accommodation and home maintenance. You need money for that. You need money for your feeding, and you need money for your healthcare. Those three areas are very important and they are not negotiable in retirement. Hello seniors, you are welcome to my channel Retirees Nigeria. In today's video, we are taking a look at how to stay financially afloat in your retirement years. My name is Dr. Dorothy Esse. Okay, so if you are lucky to have children who are doing well for themselves, they will definitely provide for your needs in your retirement years, or at least give you support to a large extent. Or if you have some inheritance of wealth from relations, from your parents, or you have some income generating investment at the time of your retirement, then you are one of the lucky few who have money set aside for them in their retirement. But not many are actually in this category. Workers are barely able to set something aside after taking care of family for years. So most of them actually live from paycheck to paycheck. Let us take the items one at a time and see the options that are available. We talked about three items. We talked about accommodation and home maintenance. We talked about your healthcare, and we talked about food. So for accommodation, to sort out your accommodation needs, it is hoped that you have a house of your own so that you won't have to bother with rents. But if that is not the case, and you just have a few months into retirement, or you have just retired, usually it is when you are already retired, it's actually a difficult case. But if you just have a few months into retirement, actually, of course, we know that it takes some time between when you retire and when your gratuity is paid. That's for those who receive gratuity. There are certain things you can do because your rent will be due, and your landlord is not your employer. So it is hard to actually just delay your rent without any arrangement in place. So before that period, it is good for you to go and get a loan and pay your rent in advance, maybe 1 year or 2 years in advance. And you could get your loan from your cooperative association or from your bank, with the understanding that when your gratuity arrives, this money could be deducted from your pension fund. That's when it is released. Another way you can go about it is to move away from where you currently are, because most times workers like to stay close to their place of work, and these areas are usually highly populated, and so the rents are high. Now that you don't need to commute to work, you do not need to stay in such expensive homes anymore. So you could think of renting an accommodation that is less expensive for you, like moving a community that is not as expensive. Or you could even consider moving back to your home community if that is not your community, where accommodation is less expensive, and some people are even lucky to be able to stay in a relation's house free of charge without having to pay rent. But if you must stay where you are currently living and it's a rented apartment, you might have to meet with your landlord for an understanding that you should be given some time, because there will be delay in the payment of your gratuity or even your monthly pension, so that when the money arrives, you will pay any area of rent. But if this fails also, then you may have to approach people in your circle, like your relatives, your friends, for a loan to pay your rent. Aside accommodation, there are other areas that you have to take care of for your financial needs, which I've just mentioned. You can make some money in retirement, so you have to get active again and start to do something to earn money to be able to provide for yourself for that period of delay before your gratuity is released to you. Now, Before we go into things that you can engage in to make money as a retiree, I would like to say this. I would like to say this, please, seniors. You need to be careful because many people have fallen into depression after they receive their gratuity. You need to be careful with your gratuity when it is eventually released. At this stage of your life is not the time to embark on any project that you didn't start while you were getting regular income. Your gratuity actually is meant for taking care of your living expenses. Many have fallen into the trap of going into projects like buying of land to build a house, or starting a big business with a retirement fund. I've seen many who spent their gratuity to buy land and then started putting up a structure but couldn't complete the project because they ran out of funds. And those projects became abandoned projects. And at the end of the day, they remain tenants, still having to pay rent. When your money comes, do not allow anyone to convince you to invest your money in a business that you do not understand. There's this case of someone who was convinced to invest his money in cryptocurrency, and he was promised huge returns, but he didn't understand how cryptocurrency worked. So suddenly the market crashed because you're always told there that invest what you can afford to lose, but he invested all his money with the hope that his money will triple or 10x or 100x, and all his money went with the crash. In fact, any business that you embark upon at this time should not take more than 10% of your gratuity. So start small, please, and grow your business from your profits. No matter how much money you have, when at the point of retirement, your lifestyle will determine how far that money will go. Don't get excited by the sudden huge money in your bank account, and so you want to double it or triple it. It is not that easy. Remember, you were an employee. I'm not a business person. For the period that you are employee to probably decades. Being an employee and being a businessman are two different things. Don't start it now. And also, you may need to adjust your lifestyle so that your savings can stretch further. Do you remember the 4% rule? The 4% rule? Let me remind us. The 4% rule of thumb is a general rule that recommends that you withdraw only 4% of the account balance yearly. 4% of your account balance yearly, and that 4% should cater for your financial needs for that year. That means the 4% should be divided by 12 to determine your monthly withdrawal for that year. And you repeat that every year. With that added to your monthly pension, when it arrives, your monthly pension, it's expected that you can live on that. So now you have your 4% divided by 12, plus any gifts that you get from probably your friends, your loved ones, your relations, and then your monthly pension. You should live by that. And if you are engaging yourself in any small business, side hustle by the side, all combined should provide for your needs at this stage of your life. So if that is not sufficient to take care of your expenses, or you have nothing saved for this stage of your life, or you are among those who retired without gratuity, or your gratuity is being delayed, because we know situations where people's gratuity take years to arrive, and some have even died without their gratuity, and it's their relations that eventually go to collect that amount. If you are one of those who have nothing to fall back on in terms of gratuity, then of course you know that you need to actually earn some money that will help take care of your financial needs. For those who receive gratuity, when your money comes, please be advised to keep a large percentage of it in your bank account, or where you can quickly have access to it when the need arises. At this stage of your life, your health is your greatest asset. Protect it. You need it to do the things we are about to talk about. So eat right, do your regular exercise, and rest well. Of course, you have plenty of time to rest now. So for going back to full-time work, for those of you who wish to go back to work after retirement, let me give insight into how some retirees went about theirs. Some went to their former place of work, that's their former organizations where they retired from. They went back there to work as contract staff. This is one of the easiest way actually to keep working after retirement. Then you can also volunteer at NGOs to work part-time or full-time for, a small pay. And some people went back to their relations company to work for them. Some went to work with their children, and it keeps them busy, keeps them occupied, and they earn money. You could also volunteer at the community club or religious house to offer a service, of a skill that you are competent in. Because according to surveys, actually, many people are going back to work. As many as, how many percentage now? Over 60% of retirees are having to go back to work. So, like they say 70 years is the new 60. Here we have talked about what you can do to engage yourself as a retiree to generate additional income. I have a video specially that talks about the kind of businesses and jobs that retiree could go into. Do check that out. There are over 50 different kinds of money generating engagements that are suitable for retirees. You could find one that suits your personality. They are the ones for tech savvy retirees. They are the ones that you can do offline. So senior, this is it for this topic. Another area of retirement life that is very vital, which could lead to crisis for a retiree, is healthcare. Everyone gets sick, of course, but remember what they always say about prevention being better than cure. Eat well, rest well, be active. In order to stretch this video, because I will have talked about the side hustle that retirees can engage in, but this video is going to take too long, so I've made the healthcare needs in another video, which I term the house of healthy aging. Do check that one out. There I talk about how to manage your health at this time of your life as a retiree. So see you in my next video, where I will talk about everything retirement. Be sure to like this video, please, and subscribe to get notified of new videos as they drop. If you would like to share your own experiences of how you are making extra money in your retirement, kindly do that in the comment section. I'm sure someone will find that useful. It's my wish that you have a restful and healthy retirement life filled with fun and activities. See you in my next video. Bye bye.